Hi there, welcome to the Shifty Iris. I'm JD.
And I'm Mark. Today we'll be unboxing the Ursa Mini 4.6K by Blackmagic Design.
The camera comes in 4.6K and 4K options. The 4K option is a lot cheaper than the 4.6K, but of course with the 4.6K you're getting that extra bit of resolution and a few extra perks which make it more future-proof and worth the extra money.
Both the 4K and the 4.6K Ursa Minis come with a fixed EF or PL mount. Unlike the Blackmagic Ursa, the bigger version, it does not come with interchangeable mounts. So you need to be sure which mount you want to purchase this camera with.
We went in for the EF mount because we have a lot of Canon glass and a lot of EF mount lenses, so the EF mount was the best option for us at least. Coming to the pricing of the camera, we got this for 7,100 Australian dollars from Lemac here in Melbourne. We'll put the links to the Australian and international stores in the description for you guys. But with that $7,100 price tag, you only get the body. You do not get anything else to run it. You do, of course, get the DaVinci Resolve Studio software, which retails at $1,000. But apart from that, it's not a plug-and-play camera. You need to get a few extra accessories, some media, you need to get batteries for it. You need to get, like, this is a basic starter kit which we have, which ended up costing us about 1,000 Australian dollars. So you're looking at a bit of an extra purchase to buy this camera. But from the get-go, it looks good. It's a good looking box, it's a good size. So I'm just gonna measure it for you guys. So it comes to about 33 centimeters by 25 centimeters by 20 centimeters, roughly 20 centimeters. So it's a really good size. The shopkeeper handed it to me and the size was a good size. It's good, it fits under the bed. It'll fit in your closet if you don't have any room for it. It's beautiful. It's a good looking box. Should we get to the unboxing? All right, opening it. Opening it up, first thing we notice is, what do we see? Welcome, comes with a welcome card. It has the SD card over there with the software and manual. So that's pretty good, just a standard welcome card. What else do we have? Here we go. So we've got a DaVinci Resolve Studio, the 12.5 I was talking about. It does have a few extra features. You can download it online for free, but I think the studio version has...
The studio version needs a dongle for it to work. You can use the free version, which is identical to this, except for just a few extra features you get.
Comes with the basic SD card. I think it's the software and the manual for Blackmagic, just the Resolve Studio. All right, camera. Ooh.
That looks beautiful.
It looks good. Looks good. Feels nice. Has a nice feel to it.
It's like something Batman would do.
Metal? What is it? What's the building made of? Feels nice. Has a bit of weight to it. I don't know.
Definitely heavier than the A7s.
Yeah. That's the camera. That's how it looks out of the box. Open the side. Got handle, buttons on the side, buttons on the inside. It's pretty good. It has the strap for the hand grip. And we've got
a LAN cable. It's to connect to the hand grip and the camera itself.
All right. Oh, that's correct. Got it. That's the power supply. All right, so before you guys, it does not come with the 3-pin cable, which it requires. So let's open this up. It's got Oh, we need to plug that, connect that to something. I think that's just for the V-Lock at the back.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe we'll have a look into that. And then, all right, so that's the power supply, 4-pin XLR. And there's the power brick. Now, in all the unboxings, there is no 3-pin attached to it. There's no 3-pin that comes to us. The guys at Lemac were really nice to give one to us. We have plenty of these. Oh, if you're a cinematographer or if you're in any technical field, you'll have a ton of these lying around. So it's not hard to come by, but if you're on a shoot, if you're on set and you buy this camera, you're like, I really need to get this camera and you go buy it. You need to keep in mind that it doesn't come with one of these, just a 3-pin. So you need to buy that separate. But
most Windows laptop chargers have these.
Yeah, just steal one. And that's it. That's all there is. That's $7,100 worth. Oh, of course, the effort they put in, it's of course there, but that's pretty much it. And well, we don't need the box anymore. So first impressions on the feel of the camera, it feels nice. Do keep in mind, you do need to add a V-Lock battery to it and a V-Lock plate. The V-Lock plate does not come with the camera. So in order to mount a battery on here, you do need a plate. It costs us about 129 Australian dollars, so about 100 US. So it costs us, so if we open that up as well, would say it feels good. The button, the build seems really nice. It's good. The screen, however, it flips. It doesn't go 180. So that's sort of a drawback, but it does go up and down. So in sunny conditions, if you want, you can just really have a look, work it out, but feels nice. Have the handle grip on top. You can buy an optional top handle and a shoulder mount kit as well, which gives you an extension arm for the attachment. But that comes to about 550 Australian dollars, so it is a fair bit to spend extra. But in our case, I'm probably going to spend that more on media. What do you think?
It's definitely something Batman would use. What's really interesting is that I find interesting, at least, is the bung for it. It's not like something that you'd get with the Canon, even though it is EF mounted. It's something that you would you actually have to hit the release for it, and only then can you actually open it, which is quite interesting. It's really safe as well. Sometimes you never know when you put something in the bag and it can just come off, and this is great, just secure.
You have the volume knobs. They seem pretty good. How they're fine. Good, could be better, but it's like a Sony system. You have to look into the software in order to know where your level's at.
Yeah. No, but with the Sony systems, you do get numbers on them, while these don't.
No, they don't have numbers. They just keep on rolling. They just keep on moving. They just keep on moving. So you have to have a look into that. The record button on the inside as well as the outside. So that's pretty good. The on button is right here. The on button's on the inside of the camera.
In terms of design for opening and closing the screen, I'm sure it won't wear out.
Oh, well, they didn't put any HDMI in. That's one thing I was pretty sad about. So we have to go and purchase an SDI to HDMI adapter from Blackmagic itself. It's not too pricey. It comes to about $100, but it's another expense. Cfast card slots. You have the USB up here, probably for software updates. You have the software updates. 3 SDI outs. Well, no, 1 SDI out, 1 SDI in, 1 ref in, TCI in. Time code. It's got the power supply. It has a headphone jack, which is 3.5mm, which is really helpful. It's really good. And well, on the side you have another SDI out, so 2 SDI outs on the camera. You also have a 12-volt out on the side. So that's helpful in terms of powering accessories. So you plug it in, and that's really good. And you have the 4.6K symbol up the top, which is good. Blackmagic design, onboard microphone. You have the XLR inputs, which are on the top, I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy that. It kind of bends the cables popping out from the top, but that's not. It's still manageable. It's still livable. Still deal with it. I normally just use a zoom recorder anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. You can detach. No, you can remove. Did it break? No. You can remove the side handle. Plastic, light. It's not heavy. It's good, but yeah, this is the camera.
Fun fact, you can actually take the side handle off, and when you actually purchase the shoulder kit, you will then get an extension arm which you can also put on, and then you can also attach this directly onto the arm.
Interesting, great.
Onto the V-Lock battery plate.
Okay, so let's unbox the V-Lock battery plate. You need to turn this camera on, so you need to see how it. So here's the V-Lock battery plate. Screws for mounting, and just the phone. That's the plate. Looks solid plastic. It's made of plastic, so not too bad. That
comes with a
rubber protector on the camera, so it doesn't scratch it.
Awesome.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's put it on. That took a lot longer than expected. The V-Lock battery plate was not an easy walk in the park to install. It took about 15 minutes to put it on. Luckily, thanks to Kanimo Productions on YouTube, they have a tutorial online just showing how to put this on, so it made life easier. Figured it out, didn't know that you had to really bend the cable quite a bit in order to put it in, just like shove it in. But yeah, it's on there, but it looks beautiful. Looks fantastic. The plate feels nice. It doesn't add any extra weight. It's plastic, but it's definitely, it adds a good characteristic to the camera. I'm pretty happy with it. So going on to the batteries.
So we purchased two Lanparte 150 watt-hour batteries. There is a beautiful blue LCD screen on the side as well, which tells you exactly how long the battery has remaining, as well as timing, as well as the percentage of the battery. If you put this on charge, it'll also tell you how long it'll take to charge up the battery in minutes. The cost of these two batteries, as well as the charger, came to roughly about the cost of one IDX battery of the same wattage.
Moving on to the memory cards. I love recording in RAW. We do a lot of commercials, TV commercials, we do a fair few events, but of course we won't use RAW for that. But the camera gives us capability of recording uncompressed 4.6K RAW in up to 50 frames per second, and then it gives you the options to go 2K RAW with slow motion, which is up to 120 frames per second. So now we started with the 64 gig cards. Now it is Cfast 2.0. So they do cost a fair bit. That's why we got these. They're Lexar Professional 3400X. They record at, I think it was 480 megabytes per second. 450 megabytes per second is record, and then read speed is 510 megabytes per second, which is not too bad. There are ones out there, I think that they've started putting out 3600X cards out as well. These have been discontinued, but as per the Blackmagic website, they are still compatible with the camera. I probably won't be recording in uncompressed RAW because that, as per the website says, it goes about 510 megabytes per second, 510, 530. Won't be doing that, but it will easily give me the capability of going up to like 4:1 uncompressed RAW and 3:1 as well as all ProRes. We just went for these to start off with. We'll do an in-depth review later on about the batteries, the camera, and the cards, and we'll let you know how that goes. But for now, 64 gigs I think gives us about 6 to 15 minutes on 4:1 RAW. So that's not, it's not great. It's like 64 gigs is the new 8 GB card as compared to DSLRs, but it's a good start. So let's see how we go. And coming to the Lexar Professional Cfast card reader, nothing much to say about it. It's a USB 3 card reader. Does the job. There's quite a few others out there in the same price range. I think Transcend has one, and and
Adamus has one as well.
Adamus has one as well, and Lexar has an option you can spend on $100 and get a Thunderbolt card reader as well. So that's pretty good, but in my case, I don't have Thunderbolt on my computer. I have USB 3, so I'll probably be sticking to this for the time being and then upgrade as we require. We've got this D-Tap to 4-pin XLR cable. Now, this is an extra add-on. This is for reducing weight on the camera by connecting the V-Lock battery separate to the camera body. So when I don't want it, I can just easily just plug in this cable here and then plug the other end going into the V-Lock, and that way I can mount it on a gimbal maybe, or even just have it on my Steadicam setup, and that reduces the weight quite a bit. So we'll try it out, we'll see how it goes, and we might do another video just showing if it works or no. That's pretty helpful, it's pretty good. But I think that's it for the unboxing video for now. Hope it's been remotely enjoyable. It's our first time putting a video on YouTube, so we are really new and hope to become better at this as we go. So if you guys have any suggestions, anything you want us to try out, any questions about the camera, leave it in the comment sections down below. Give us a like or a dislike. Hopefully it's a like. Hopefully we'll be out with a full in-depth review video in the next 7 days. We want to just field test the camera, see how it feels, try it out, give it a few tries and get some test footage. We've got a lot of stuff happening. We have a few commercials taking place. We have a few events happening as well. So we're really gonna go out and try this camera out, show you some test footage, give you guys a review for it. So yeah, thanks for joining in and see you guys soon.